Consignment contracts involve the supplier providing goods to the buyer without any upfront payment. The buyer only pays for the goods that have been utilized by production or has been delivered to a customer. Manage the demand and fulfillment of the consignment stock. This also allows for better cash flow management, as the buyer only pays for inventory when it has been used. OGTool tracks a number of valuable consignment stock states: consignment stock sales availability, consignment open sales and purchase orders, and consignment stock on hand, to name a few. Furthermore, a company can negotiate a consignment pricing agreement with their supplier for a particular inventory item in a specific warehouse for a particular time period at a specific cost per unit of measure. Many suppliers may send a lot of consignment stock to capitalize on bulk transport costs, but only approve a certain amount of stock at a certain price to be used. In this global industry, this is also normally done in the currency of the supplier. All sales orders, production orders, goods receipts, delivery notes, and other reports can be filtered for consignment stock, enabled or normal stock. This is because OGTool ring-fences consignment stock for a more accurate reflection of your stock. Let's order some consignment stock. Receive it, negotiate a price to be used in a specific time frame, sell it, produce with it, and deliver it, and see how easily the system tracks the consignment usage that we need to pay and communicate with our supplier. To do so, create a PO and change the currency to euros, add some nitrobond to one line and mark it as consignment, and add another line for AMSUL and leave it as normal stock. No consignment stock exists yet, and landed costs are covered in another video, but could be added here. Now we receive the consignment stock, and when we raise the purchase invoice, you will notice that the system only pulls through the normal stock to be invoiced, which is AMSUL. The consignment stock will be invoiced when it is utilized. The consignment stock list is now updated with that product, and it has a default weighted average cost as per all purchase orders for the same item, supplier, warehouse combination. This cost is not set in stone and will be used if it does not have a consignment pricing agreement attached. We have 926 tons of nitrobond in stock as consignment, but the consignor told us, due to currency fluctuations, that they will allow us to use 500 tons in the next month out of a particular warehouse at a price of 20 euros. Let's now sell a product that we produce using some consignment stock inside a production recipe with some normal stock, and also track some bagging fees that we paid to another supplier. Here we have a sales order where we are selling a product we still have to produce. Let's add a recipe item, set nitrobond to consignment stock from a particular supplier, and choose the consignment pricing agreement for consignment costing. The consignment stock of nitrobond now has an on-hold, and the consignment pricing agreement has been allocated. Now send the sales order recipe to production, produce the final product, and notice that the consignment usage has been created as a liability and indicates that a purchase invoice has to be created. We have also delivered some consignment stock without going to production that should be paid for. Every consignor will show in the consignment usage list linked to the warehouse, product, and type of usage. If a consignment usage entry is marked as allocated, then the consignment usage is invoiced and only needs to be paid. The only job the user has is to ensure that the consignment usages have been allocated by invoicing the supplier. Let's invoice for the consignment that we have used in production by adding production consignment usage to the purchase invoice. But the supplier called and raised their price for one of their usages from 25 euros to 27 euros per ton late in the game. If there are any price changes between what was costed by default on a CPA when utilized and raising the purchase invoice, the system will automatically raise this difference to a consignment pricing variance cost account. Reconciling consignment usage with your supplier invoices can be accurate and efficient. Managing consignment stock properly can reduce upfront inventory costs, improve cash flow and working capital, mitigate risk of over and under supply, improve customer options and lead time, enhance supplier relationships,